All right, well, let's go ahead and just get started. We'll just begin with a comfortable seat, just letting eyes rest closed. And let's just take a couple of releasing, cleansing breaths here. So when you're ready, just take a big inhale, hold the breath in. And long, slow exhale. We'll do two more of those big inhale. Big exhale. And then last one, big inhale. And exhale. And then just begin to slow your breath down. So starting to give it a rhythm or a pattern that's nice and predictable, perhaps in for a count of 4, and then out for a count of 4. And we do this to really provide that consistency to the nervous system, to the brain, just sending a signal that it is okay to just be present, to relax, to let go of lingering thoughts. We approach our practice knowing that thoughts are not a problem. They will not ruin our practice. We allow them to come in, but then we go back to just breathing, just being with that breath, that gentle flow in through the nose, gentle flow out through the nose. Sitting just a little bit longer here in this place to just breathe. If you can, allow your forehead to broaden. Allow your eyes to relax. And the face and the jaw to ease here. Shoulders relaxed. Elbows nice and heavy. And then from here, from this place, perhaps begin to set an intention for your practice. That can be anything that you would like to bring in here, or even something you'd like to use your practice to release, let go of. And then let's slowly just bring palms together. Let thumbs rest right at heart center, Anjali Mudra. Just sealing in our intention here in these first few mindful breaths that we've taken here together. Taking in a full inhale, holding the breath in. And opening the throat, exhaling. Good. Let your palms begin to ease down. You can rest them on your knees, and let's just kind of circle shoulders around. So just notice what's there. Some days, lots of easy, free movement. Some days, cobwebs, right? And then let's go ahead, reverse, move that circle in the other direction. Good. And then drop the shoulders down. Let's go ahead and bring the left hand to the floor. Reach and stretch your right arm up and over. So just stretching the side body for a moment. Relax into it. So sometimes that tendency is to bring it up into the ear. Just let it drop. Breathe slowly here. Good. And then when you're ready, let's just take some nice circles here again. Getting all that synovial fluid to move into the shoulders. Keeping that flow of breath nice and consistent and steady here as well as you can. You know, you lose it and then you just bring it back in. Awesome. And then go ahead and reverse, moving your circle in the other direction here. Just staying with your breath. And last circle brings you all the way up, back, and around. Let both your hands come on the knees. Just close the eyes as we do, just noticing left versus right. Very different sensation from shoulder to shoulder. Good. And then When you're ready, you can blink eyes open and let the right hand come down. Left arm sweeps up and over. And just try to be easy with it. So again, we notice any areas where we're hanging on, holding on, and just let those places just drop down and relax. Letting that flow of breath go to the left lung, the left ribs expanding, breath by breath. Good. And then when you're ready, nice big circles here with left arm. So good. You may notice one shoulder different than the other. That's okay, totally fine and normal. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and just switch up that direction, moving the other way. Beautiful. Continue to stay steady with your breath as well as you can. And then bring yourself all the way back up, over and around, sitting tall, shoulders relaxed, taking a full inhale and a full exhale. Let's do one more little thing seated here. So if you want to switch out the cross of your legs or shift the way that you're seated, go ahead and do that. If you're okay, then reach the arms back behind you and then clasp your palms here. So interlace the fingers, and then you can keep your elbows bent here. In fact, you don't want to lock them out, but really roll shoulders open, press the knuckles down. So big stretch across chest and heart, and then bring your knuckles over close to or onto that right side of your waist. And then again, shoulders really nice and open. Start to squeeze the elbows towards one another. Now this is a lot, and it's easy to kind of overdo it, squeeze too hard or pull the elbows together too much. So just find the place where you feel sensation, right? But it's not too much. Good. And then just pull the ribs in and under just a little bit more. Keep breathing. Good. And then big inhale, come through, knuckles down. And then let's move them onto that other side. Again, you can pull your elbows together, lift your chest and heart. And then once you kind of have all those things in place, hug the ribs in. So pulling ribs in so you're not just pushing your chest way out and letting that be the whole thing. Nice deep breaths here, just a couple more. Awesome. Slow exhale. Release the knuckles, bring the hands back down on the knees, and just close your eyes for a moment. Notice, feel all the blood rushing back in there. Beautiful. Let's make our way to hands and knees on our mat, table pose. Now, if you have sensitive knees and need to pad them up, go ahead and make those arrangements for yourself here. And we'll just start off with some cat-cow. So as you inhale, let your belly drop down, your heart lift. As you exhale, round the spine. So nice, simple, gentle warm up here. If you want to do something different, like circle your hips or anything else, feel free to do that. But just keep your breath flowing as well as you possibly can. And do your best, as always, just to keep coming back to where you are. So just noticing something like the texture below your palms, right? Feeling my hands just touch the mat. Going very, very simple. Feeling the tops of the feet as they touch the earth. Good. And then when you're ready from here, let's just move back into a down dog. Now, if you're uncomfortable with down dog, you're welcome to just kind of hang in table and stay with cat-cow. But if you're in your down dog, really spread those palms wide. Once more, connect the palms to the earth. Connect your feet now to the earth. If you're in the down dog, if you're in table, you can notice the tops of the feet pressing into the earth. Okay, just breathe deeply in and out of the nose. And then when you're ready, let's go ahead,
from wherever you are to a forward fold at the very top of your mat. So if you're in down dog, you can just step up there. If you're in your table pose, you can stand up and walk your way up there, but find your forward fold. Let the back of the neck be nice and long. Crown of the head resting towards the earth. Breathe here. Now, if you feel more sensation in your low back than you do your hamstrings, take your feet a bit wider, bend those knees. And then from here, use your inhale to lengthen your torso. Gentle gaze down at the floor. Exhale, gently fold. Plant your palms to the floor. Bend your knees. Let's bring your left foot back into a lunge, and we'll just kind of stay here in this lunge for a moment. Now, if you want to go ahead and lower your left knee, we'll do that in a moment, but if you can, just stay here and relax the back of the neck, just gentle gaze at the earth, let the breath flow all the way down and through to the belly. Good, pull the outer right hip back just a tiny bit. And then slowly take the left knee down if it's not already there. Now pad the left knee up if you need to with a blanket. Inhale, arms sweep up. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Reaching up, stretching up out of the waist. Relax those shoulders. Relax your face and jaw. Good. Keep pulling that right hip back. Keep breathing. One more inhale, reach up. And then exhale, let's bring your hands down to frame the right foot. Take your left hand down and then reach that right arm up. Let's find a twist here. So just really open up the chest and the heart. If you want to, you can just keep that right foot planted to the floor, or you can move the right foot to the right slightly, flex the foot and come to the outer edge of the right foot. That's optional. Notice the shoulders, tendency to creep up into the ears. Notice the left palm, its position here, the left elbow, is it locking out? So I know it's a lot. We notice and then we try to let go, surrender as much as we can. And then when you're ready, let's go ahead and bring that right hand to the floor, back the hips up, and come onto your right heel. Flex through the right foot, baby Hanuman. Take your hands right underneath those shoulders. And again, just lengthen your neck here. And just breathe. Slow, steady breath. Nice, even pace as well as you can. Good. Awesome. And then when you're ready from here, start to bend back into that right knee. And let's just bring both hands down. We'll kind of come to a little knee down plank here. So walk your knees back a little bit. If you're feeling like you have a lot of extra energy, you want to take a regular plank, go for it. You can see how I'm feeling today. And then when you're ready, come down to your belly. Good. Thumbs in line with your chest and press those palms down, tops of feet flat to the floor. Inhale to cobra. And exhale, let's go right back into child's pose. So knees wide, big toes touching, or lay your belly on your thighs. Let your forehead connect down with earth and just breathe into the belly as best as you can. So really letting your body be here on your mat. Slowing the breath down. And if the thoughts again are becoming distracting, then again, just count your breath. Keep it as simple as you can. Nice. And let's come to table. You can either stay in table or we're going to go back up into a downward facing dog. So again, just do what feels best today. Just because you can do something, it does not mean you have to, right? You saw what I did there with the plank. So you try to meet your body where it is and then be okay with it. That's, I think, more of the work. Good. And then from either your table or your down dog, we're gonna walk up to the front side of the mat, back into that forward fold. Again, head, neck, nice and relaxed. Jaw soft. Bending knees or widening feet if needed to accommodate the low back. Good. When you're ready, let's inhale, lengthen torso. Exhale to fold. From here, plant your palms, bend your knees. Let's go ahead and step that left foot back into the lunge. We'll stay here in this more of a runner's lunge type of shape. I'm sorry, you're gonna step your right foot back into your lunge. We already did the left foot back. But you'll stay up here in this runner's lunge type of shape here. Or if you wanna go ahead and take that right knee down to the earth, go ahead and do that. That's totally fine. Just take a nice deep breath in and out of your nose. Eyes are really nice and softly gaze down at the floor. Good. When you're ready, let's just slowly and gently bring the right knee down if it's not already there. And then you'll inhale up into Anjaneyasana, low lunge, reaching, stretching up out of the weights, relaxing the shoulders, the face, the jaw, and just letting yourself be here in the shape. You don't have to go super far forward into the front of the right thigh, especially if it's uncomfortable. Just let yourself be here and breathe. Good. Nice. When you're ready, let's go ahead. Bring those hands down to the floor. Let's take the right hand down and then reach the left arm up. So find a twist similar to the one you did on the very first side. So if you took that front foot over a bit and flex the foot, opened it up, do that here. If not, it's fine. And just come to a twist where you can breathe. Let your shoulders really relax here. Again, just doing your best to be here in the moment with the breath. Good. Beautiful. Let's slowly bring the left hand down. We'll back the hips up, flex the left foot, and fold over the left leg. Neck nice and long. Breath nice and full. Just stay easy and then check back in. So, sometimes hands tense up and the jaw, the face, all those areas really, they try to do things for you. That's what I like to think of it as. Good. And sometimes just whispering that assurance to yourself, it's okay to be here. It's okay to soften. You're safe. You're in a safe place. Good. When you're ready, let's again bend back into left knee. Hands come to floor. You're going to come to like a knee down plank here. So knees walk back a little bit, just a little core engagement. Again, if you want to take a regular full-on plank here, go for it. And then let's lower to the belly. Nice and slowly, thumbs in line with chest. Inhale into your cobra. And exhale back into your child's pose once more. And as you revisit the shape, maybe notice something that you didn't the last time you were here. Feeling of the forehead touching the earth, tops of feet pressing down. Again, just noticing something actually happening versus maybe the story that your mind really wants to tell you about it, even if it's a really good story. And then as you're ready from here, again, big inhale, big exhale. Let's go ahead and make our way forward into table, either moving through cat-cow or again, going back up into downward facing dog, taking about 5 deep breaths here, in and out of the nose. Relaxing as much as we can into the shape. And again, if it's not working today, just drop to table, take cat-cow or hip circle. Good. And then from your down dog or your table, again, we're just gonna walk our way up to the front side of the mat. Find your fold. Let the head just hang nice and heavy and relaxed. Good. From your forward fold, inhale, lengthen your torso. Exhale to fold. Once again, from here, plant your right foot into the floor, left foot steps back. Now, from here, you can decide, I'm gonna either leave the left knee up or you can lower it. We're gonna come back up into a lunge. So if your left knee is on the floor, you're Anjaneyasana. If you have it off the floor, you're crescent warrior. Let go of the idea that one is better than the other or one is good. Just find the shape and just breathe into it. Keep your legs really nice and strong. And one more inhale, reach up. And then we're gonna exhale, bring those hands back around the right foot. Now from here, you're gonna peel the left heel down. So find warrior two on the floor, right heel to left arch or heels in one line, strong legs. So if your left knee was up, go ahead, lift the left knee and let's cartwheel up into warrior two. Yes. So right leg might be already getting a little fatigued, losing energy. Let yourself come back into your breath, breathing in and out of your nose, looking right over that right middle finger and just softening where you can. Good. Nice. When you're ready from here, let's go ahead, bring hands to hips or waist, straighten right leg, and then turn your toes. So all 10 toes are facing the same direction, outer edges of feet parallel outer edges of the mat. Inhale, chest and heart lifts here. And then exhale, let's find a wide-legged forward fold. So take your hands wherever they're comfortable. They can go to the earth, they can go to your feet. If you need to lift the earth up, you can either grab a pillow to take underneath your hands, or you can widen the feet, heel toe them out a little bit. Just be mindful of the knees. Try not to let them lock out here. Go back into your breath. In and out of the nose. Good. Keep it slow and steady. And then when you're ready from here, let's go ahead and find a half lift. So bring those hands to the floor. Now we're gonna walk the hands around towards the left foot. Turn your left foot towards the left, pivot onto the ball of your right foot. So we're gonna come to crescent warrior, or you're gonna lower that back knee down, whichever you did on the very first side, and pop on up into your lunge here. So either Anjaneyasana, which means right knee is down or right knee is lifted. Find your balance. Some days easier than others. Relax your shoulders, face and jaw, freedom to breathe, freedom to be. Awesome. Good. And then a slow exhale. Hands come down to frame the left foot. Now we're going to turn that right foot. So if your right knee was off the floor, go ahead and lift it. You're going to bring that right foot to the floor, left heel to right arch or heels in one line. Strong legs. Inhale, warrior two. Again, you may come up and feel that left leg already kind of getting a little fatigued. Just try to breathe in and out of your nose as well as you can. Eyes looking nice and gently out over the left middle finger. Soften where you can. Good, nice deep breaths. Awesome. Let's bring hands to hips or waist, straighten left leg, turn those toes back into wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, chest and heart lifts. Exhale. Again, come down to your fold. You can check out those feet as you go, making sure they're in the same line. Take your hands wherever you'd like here, just getting head below heart, feeling the legs, noticing the breath. Good. And then when you're ready from here, let's stay in the forward fold, but find that half lift again. So hands walk out in front of you. We're going to move this into a twist. So bend your knees a little bit here if you need to, or a lot. Take your left hand to the floor right underneath your nose and your right thumb first into that right hip crease. Use a big inhale to lengthen out here, crown of head reaching long. And then let's bring the hand onto the low back. Good. So keep your hand right there on your own low back. Feel those hips, and then you can start to roll the right shoulder open. So you can find a twist without lifting that right arm. Now, if you want to lift your right arm, if you're really feeling it, go for it. But you can feel the twist happening, and then you can kind of self-micro adjust those hips. You can bend your knees. Core engaged here, breath nice and full. So deep twist. Breathing in and out of the nose. Awesome. Good. Slow exhale. Let's come to the center and fold and notice. Maybe let the torso be as long as you can. Breath is nice and full. Good. And then when you're ready, let's go ahead. Take a big inhale to bring those hands right there underneath your shoulders. This time, right hand will come to the floor right there underneath your nose, and then left hand, left hip crease. Take a big inhale, lengthen, and then with your exhale, left hand to the low back. You can bend those knees if you need to, and then just find this nice tall lengthened spine, and then twist into your waist. I apologize, that's my washing machine kind of doing jumping jacks. If you hear some banging, everything's fine. Good, just take some nice deep breaths here. Try to twist even more if you can, but pay attention to that low back. Bend your knees if you need to. Awesome. And slow exhale, come to forward fold, crown of head reaching towards the earth. Just some nice deep breaths. Good. Now, when you're ready, you're going to slowly bring the hands up underneath the shoulders, find a half lift. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands to your hips or waist, and then take a big inhale to stand up nice and slow. We've been in this fold for a moment, so give yourself time. Big exhale at the top. And then heel toe your feet together just a little bit, a couple steps. And then let's circle those hips around. So yeah, get all of that fluid flowing back into the hips after all that stillness. Good, and then reverse, moving the hips in the other direction. Beautiful, let's come back to center. And then you're gonna keep your feet just about the width that they are, but turn it towards the right. And we're gonna take a pyramid stance here. So right foot straight on, left heel down to the floor, left foot turned out 30 degrees or even further towards front side of mat if that works better. Bring your hands to hips or waist, big inhale to lift, and then exhale, come back into a folded position. You can bring your hands to the floor. You can bring your hands to pillows if the earth is not quite there. And then using your inhales, lengthen over the right leg. Exhales, fold, but make sure you have a little bitty bend in that right knee. Try not to let your knee lock out. Crown of head reaching towards earth. And just breathe as well as you can here. Good. And softening where you can. Beautiful. When you're ready from here, let's go ahead. Have a little bend in that right knee. Bring your hands up to your waist. Take a big inhale. Come all the way up. Exhale at the top. And then just do your best to kind of pivot onto your feet. You'll more than likely, as I do, have to readjust once you turn to face the left. So left foot straight on, right heel all the way down. Make sure your feet have some distance between them. So get properly set up here. Have a little bend in the left knee. Inhale, chest and heart lengthens, and then exhale again, folding over that left leg. You may notice a difference from side to side, totally fine and normal. Lengthen the torso over the left leg and just breathe. In and out of the nose. Soft, slow, and steady. Good. Good. And then when you're ready, let's go ahead and slowly return hands to hips. Big inhale, stand. Exhale at the top. And again, let's pivot back so that the feet are heels in, toes out, preparing for Melasana. So coming to a squat here. And if you're, feel more comfortable staying up high today, you can take a higher squat. But if you want to come all the way down into Melasana, go ahead and do that. You can bring a blanket up underneath your heels so that you lift the earth up. But we'll stay here for a few breaths. So do your best to just be with it. You can kind of pull those knees like you're trying to pull them back behind you. Lengthen your torso and just try to send as much breath as you can into that lowest belly. There's some compression happening more than likely on the sides of your waist, maybe a little bit in the diaphragm. Again, we just notice it, breathe through it as best as we can. Awesome. And then when you're ready, we're just going to bring those hands back behind you. Come to sit. However you need to get down there. Totally cool. Bring your feet wide, flex your feet. Let's windshield wiper knees side to side. Good. So as you go side to side here, flex your feet. It'll give you kind of a massage type sensation here. Good. And then let's let those knees fall over to the left side. So right knee inside of the left heel. I'm just going to turn to show you guys this a little more clearly. Bring your hands right parallel with the left thigh. Big inhale, chest and heart lifts, and then exhale, come down onto your elbows. So just like a Sphinx pose, the elbows are right under your shoulders. The neck is still nice and long. And I think one of the most important things about this shape is the breath. So the breath does more of the quote unquote work here, if you even want to call it that. Good. Try to stay slow, steady, and at that nice even pace as best as you can. Awesome. Good. When you're ready, come back up onto your hands and come all the way back through center. Bring your feet down and let's windshield wiper knees side to side to integrate that twist. Beautiful. Let's bring these over to the right. And same thing we did on the first side. You're gonna bring those hands out in front of you. Really get your torso long and then use the exhale to bring the elbows down. Neck stays long. Breath is nice and full. In and out of the nose. Awesome.
Easy, slow, steady breath. And just soften where you can. Again, just check back in. Shoulders, jaw, fingers, toes, anywhere. Good. Let's start to bring those hands all the way back up and come back through center. Bring the feet down, flex the feet, and windshield wiper knees. Good. Let's do a couple seated postures here before we lay down. So start by extending your right leg out. Now, if you have a blanket, you're welcome to prop your seat up on top of the blanket so it kind of gets easier to get over that right leg. And flex through your right foot, left foot to inside of right leg, and then bring those hands down. Big inhale to lengthen your torso here. Now with your exhale, you're gonna just slowly come to forward fold. You can walk your hands forward. You may just stay here. Right foot flexing. This is great, okay? You can even bend the right knee a little bit. You can reach down and grab that right foot. It's not required by any means to grab your own foot. So whatever you do, right foot is flexing. Just fold over the right leg and breathe. And hamstrings some days are just so easy and open, and some days they're what I like to call a little stubborn. So again, I think the real work of our practice is being okay with where the body is and the ability to gracefully meet ourselves there. And I often fall short of that, but it's the practice, right? That's the practice. Slowing breath down little by little. If you have your right foot, then you're going to release it. Everybody, use your hands to walk yourself back up to sit. Take a big inhale and exhale. And then switch out your leg. So extend out that left leg and bring your right foot into the leg or the knee or the thigh. Again, adjust your blanket if you need one, if you have one. And then flex your left foot, hands framing the left thigh, left leg. Big inhale, kind of twist your chest and heart over left leg, and then exhale, you can slowly walk those hands down. Now, if you just come here, fine. Just go where you can go today. If you're able to grab the left foot, go for it. Pull toes back towards the face. Chin falls into chest. Soften where you can. Breathe where you can. Good. And just allow yourself to be right here where you are, breath by breath. One more nice long exhale. And release the hands from the foot. Come all the way up to sit here. Good. And then pivot yourself back to center. Let's stretch the legs all the way out. You can bend the knees, let them bounce on the floor. We're going to do a seated twist before we come to our backs. So go ahead, pull your right knee in and stand that right foot up on the floor. And then use your left hand, left arm to hug the right knee into the body. And then flex through your left foot. That's going to help you keep your spine nice and tall. Take a big inhale to lengthen. And then exhale, just drop the right hand to the earth behind you and find a twist. You're welcome to close your eyes here, or you can just gently let the eyes gaze over that right shoulder. Now, really open up the right shoulder. So pull the shoulder onto the back, flex your left foot. I know it's a lot going on here. Really, the most important thing here is to not hold your breath. So just breathe deeply into it. I think that yoga teacher a long time ago talked about being in a car accident and being not as injured because she was breathing through it after years of yoga practice. When you're ready, slowly start to unwind and release. Good. Stretch that right leg out. And then when you're ready, left foot comes in, flex your right foot, hold on to that right knee or the left knee with the right elbow, bring the left hand behind you, roll shoulder on the back, sit tall, flex your right foot, and twist. Find your twist. And just breathe again. So she was convinced that her injuries, and the doctor even exclaimed after the car accident she was in, that she didn't sustain the injuries they thought that she would. And she attributes it to her 20 odd years of yoga practice, of being able to breathe through very stressful situations. And the body, when you're not breathing, automatically tenses up more. Good. Slow exhale, release, come back to center. Good. And then let's make our way onto the back. So let's come all the way to lie down. We'll do one little back bend here before we just kind of stretch out. So come on down and then bring your feet to the floor, feet about hip width, knees hip width. And then bring your feet down, hands come beside you, palms facing the earth. You're gonna press your feet down and then use an inhale to lift those hips up to bridge pose. Now you can just stay here like this. Try not to turn your head. If you would like to, you can clasp your palms and walk those shoulders underneath you, totally up to you. And we're gonna spend just a few breaths here. So do what you need to do. You can even reach down there, grab outer edges of the mat. Check in with the backs of the legs, the hamstrings. Just allow them to relax and just breathe slowly. Good. And when you're ready, release those hands. If you've got them bound, lower your hips down. Bring your soles of feet together, knees open up, Supta Baddha Konasana. Let the shoulders come out from underneath you. Take your hands wherever is comfortable, so anywhere. And just experience your body breathing here in this shape, the gentle rising and falling. Beautiful breath coming in and out of the nose, nourishing your body on the inhale and nourishing the earth on your exhale. This beautiful symbiotic relationship we have with nature, that nature always wants to support us. Beautiful. And then nice and slowly bring the knees in. And let's hug both knees into the chest here. You can keep your palms interlaced, or you're welcome to take one hand on each knee. You can be still here as I am, or if you want a little movement, you can circle the knees around in the same direction or away or towards one another. Good. Just kind of listen and breathe. When you're ready, let's bring those knees back to center. Keep your right knee hugging in nice and tightly. Take your left heel out to the floor. Now, if that bothers your low back, you can have your left foot on the floor with a bent knee. Totally fine. Okay. Let's just pull the right thigh up in towards the body and knee towards armpit. If your left foot is extended out on the earth, you can flex it just to kind of realign that hip. Totally fine. And one more nice deep breath here, hugging right knee in a little tighter, and then take your left hand to that right knee, right shin area.
Right arm out beside you, palm facing open, and then let's bring that knee down and over to the left. You can readjust, take a different twist here if you wish. You can slide that left knee up underneath the right if you'd rather take a knee down twist. Just kind of decide what twist you want to do. You're welcome to look away from the knees, soften your eyes, your jaw, your face. Beautiful. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and just come onto the back and stretch out here, heels dropping down, toes flopping open, palms face open to the ceiling. Just notice the body as it rests here. Notice your breath. Slow everything down. Good. Let's go ahead and hug those knees nice and gently back into the chest. Again, just kind of what you did earlier. If you want to move, you can. If you'd rather not, that's fine too. Excellent. And a little bit of a shorter time here in the middle. Take the left knee up towards left armpit, extend right heel out to floor. Again, do what works best for you here. So you can always take the right foot to the floor with a bent knee if this doesn't feel so great to your low back. Totally fine. Beautiful. Let's bring the right hand to that left knee. Bring the left arm out, palm facing the ceiling. Roll over to that right side. Again, if you would rather slide that right knee up underneath the left, you can do that, or take a different twist. You're welcome to just go right into it and just breathe. All the way down into the belly. Slow, soft, and easy. Nice. And then nice and slowly when you're ready, let's come all the way onto the back. Just stretch everything out, heels dropping down, toes flopping open, palms facing open. Take a breath here. Notice the difference from side to side. Good. And then when you're ready, let's hug those knees back into the chest. You can find stillness, or you can find some movement here, kind of whatever works best for you. Good. And then when you're ready, go ahead and release. Let's let the body stretch all the way out for Shavasana. If you would rather sit up in a chair or sit somewhere else, go ahead and do that. If you want to bring a blanket up underneath bent knees to support your low back, feel free to do that. But let's just let our bodies come into rest and digest, come into the releasing mode, which is also the receiving mode. Let your mind go more towards just the breath. So let go of any ideas of having to ceremoniously release or receive anything at this moment, except for your body receiving the breath, that gift of oxygen flowing in and nourishing you. And that gift that you send out to the earth and the world with your exhale.
Breath flowing in through the nose, beautiful, slow and easy. Breath flowing out through the nose, peaceful and calm. And begin to feel the breath, perhaps all the way down into the toes. There's a warm, healing energy nourishing the feet. Allowing your heels to just drop down, the toes to flop open gently there. The breath flowing all the way down into the toes, the soles of the feet, and now the ankles just dropping down, resting. The shin bones nice, heavy in the legs. Calf muscles completely relaxed, allowing any conscious or unconscious holding to just go. Moving up to the kneecaps, feeling a warming embrace, a healing energy surrounding your kneecaps. Moving back behind the knees, a warming, a spreading of energy there. Moving up and to the area of the upper thighs, touching the earth. So the hamstrings, just allowing them to soften into the earth, to be held. Upper thigh bones nice and heavy. Quadriceps, tops of the thigh bones. Again, releasing any holding happening there, conscious or unconscious. Tops of hips, gently allowing them to soften, receive, release. Lowest belly, nice and soft, easy and open. Able to expand, to receive that nourishment of the breath. Moving to the low back, the sacrum, feeling it rest here on the earth. The middle back, and open, soft, spreading onto the earth. The ribs just gently expanding, the rib cage gently expanding on the earth here. The spreading, inhaling, softening, exhaling. Tops of ribs and the front body expanding, that beautiful light energy entering the ribs, the rising of the chest, the expanding of the heart. Collarbone lifting with the breath, falling back in with the breath. Seeing if you can feel the breath even into the fingertips, maybe experienced as a little tingling sensation. And that turn into a warmth that spreads into the palms of your hands. Again, that gentle receiving and releasing happening simultaneously, without you having to do anything at all except for breathe. The wrists relaxing, forearms, elbows heavy, upper arm bones gently falling into the earth, biceps just gently releasing, backs of the shoulders, feeling the inhale expanding here on the earth, tops of the shoulders, again, expanding and just gently relaxing. Breath, receiving it across the throat, forward and back. Back of the neck, back of the head, held here, embraced. Jaw relaxed, teeth separating. Airflow in and out of the nose, the gentle awareness there. Eyes softened and relaxed. Forehead broadening. Top of head receiving. The breath there at the very top of the head, gathering as you inhale, and as you exhale, feeling it spread as a warmth over your entire body, knowing that you are in a place where you can let go, relax, release, and also receive all at the same time. And when you're ready, let's take a really big inhale in through the nose. And a big exhale. And just find some small movements, wiggling fingers and toes. Gently reaching, stretching up through arms, through legs. Bending your knees, hugging knees into chest. And when you're ready, let's gently roll over onto your favorite side, pausing and resting there. And from your side, let's come all the way up to a comfortable seat, doing your best to stay inside of this meditative state. Again, the state of receiving and releasing as best as you can. Bring your palms together, let thumbs rest right at heart center, Anjali Mudra, just sealing in your practice and your intention here. Taking a big inhale and exhale. Jai Bhagwan, namaste. Thank you guys so much for coming and practicing. As always, feel free to comment or question if you have anything, and have a lovely, lovely rest of your day.